This video covers a very popular question: what to do when you want to emotionally eat. I have a lot of great answers for you, so stay tuned. In this video, I'm going to tell you what emotional eating is and why we do it, and how it sabotages our weight loss and health. Then I'll talk about how to handle it when you want to emotionally eat. Last, I'll show you where you can get even more help solving your struggles with emotional eating. So before I get started here with this video, I gotta tell you that I know quite a bit about this subject, not because I'm a licensed therapist. I'm not a licensed therapist. My dad is a licensed therapist, but I'm not. And I know a lot about it because I struggle with this. When I was living in New York City between 2005 and 2009, I was so lonely. I was away from my family, 3,000 miles away from my family. I was single. I didn't have a lot of friends. I worked a lot. I was under a tremendous amount of stress. And there was a period of about a year there, that I ate an entire pound of peanut M&Ms every single night while laying in bed. I mean, I just can't believe I did this. But that was a strong emotional eating that I was doing to deal with my anxiety and loneliness. And I would eat this toxic level of food and sugar. It was just so much that it would make me feel so much pain in my stomach that I would temporarily forget about how much loneliness and anxiety I had. So I understand. I had to go through counseling for this. So I understand emotional eating, and I even deal with it now. So you're struggling with emotional eating. Maybe it's derailing your weight loss progress, or you're feeling sick or ashamed. Emotional eating is anytime you eat for emotional reasons instead of just because you're hungry and need fuel. We eat for all kinds of emotional reasons: to cope with grief or stress, because we're angry, because we're celebrating. You might emotionally eat to distract yourself, to punish yourself, to entertain yourself. You may not even be hungry when you emotionally eat. In fact, most times people aren't. Managing your emotional eating starts with listening to your body. When you feel the urge to eat, stop and listen to your body. Do you feel hungrier in your stomach? Also, pay attention to how you feel. Is there something you're trying to distract yourself from? Are you stressed or anxious, or trying to get relief from those emotions? Are you about to watch a movie and pour yourself a glass of wine and pop some popcorn? Food and alcohol are things a lot of people turn to for help coping with emotions because they're so easy to turn to. Plus, as kids, we're conditioned to emotionally eat. If we get bullied at school, our parents give us ice cream to cheer us up. If we get good grades, we get candy. Teachers even pass out candies and cookies as prizes. My 11-year-old niece, and she's gonna be going into middle school, her teachers, I think she recently won a spelling bee or something, and they gave her a king-size Baby Ruth candy bar. I couldn't believe it. What are we doing to our kids? We're always doing this. As our kids answer questions in school, we toss out candy bars to them. Nice job, Johnny. Good job, Caitlin. All right, Sally, here you go. We're always using food to reward in our school systems. The stack is decked against us. We are fighting an uphill battle with this. We're always bringing in donuts. Everybody cheers up. Yay, donuts. I mean, you should look at the break room in a hospital. It's riddled with foods that loved ones bring into the hospital staff in order to show their appreciation. Emotional eating conditioning is everywhere, even in adulthood. Need a break? You need stressed out? Well, eat. You deserve it. Besides listening to your body, it's important to identify your emotional eating triggers too. When I see a client completely go off the rails and gain all their weight back, that really upsets me and it triggers me to want to eat. Taxes are a huge trigger for me. If I have to let an employee go, that's a trigger for me. When you identify your emotional eating triggers, you can start getting in front of your emotional eating. Your triggers aren't going to be the exact same as mine or anyone else's. Start paying attention to what triggers you. Is it a fight with your spouse? Is it when your kids drive you crazy? Is it your job? Or maybe one of your parents try to control your life even though you're an adult? Maybe it's just a way to relax and unwind after a long, difficult day at your job. Maybe you actually hate yourself and use food to punish yourself for being a failure in some way. Going to someone's house might trigger you. It can be just about anything. Keep a notebook with you, or even just use your note app on your phone and start documenting what happens when you emotionally eat. Awareness of what triggers you is the first step. The next step is to come up with a plan to cope without using food. When I know I'll be triggered, I leave the house. I'll go walk my dogs, or I'll go to the gym. For you, it might be something like that, or it might be that you just need to make a cup of tea. Maybe you need to take a bubble bath. Maybe you call a friend for support. Maybe you light candles and read a book. Okay, before I go any further, let me stop right here and I want you to comment below and talk to me about your emotional eating. Everybody goes through this, all right? It's different for everybody, but comment below and tell me, what are your triggers and what do you do to handle it? I want to get to know you. I read all your comments. I love them, so comment below. Another thing that really helps is to start seeing food as fuel. Now, this doesn't mean you cannot enjoy your food or that you have to eat cardboard and just like it. It just means when you remind yourself that food is fuel, it offsets the urge to use food for emotional reasons. When you eat to fuel your body, instead of eat to feel good or eat to cope with stress or whatever the reason, you can train yourself out of emotional eating and into only eating when you're hungry and when your body needs the fuel. This video will get you started, but if you really want to get down deep and dirty and get control of your emotional eating, especially if you're trying to lose weight and emotional eating is sabotaging you, then check out my What's Eating You online course. In What's Eating You, Larry Terhurst, a licensed counselor, and Carrie Thompson, MSNRN, will take you through the emotional eating cycle and show you how to predict when you'll want to emotionally eat. You'll discover how to identify your triggers and then create a customized plan to manage your emotional eating. Self-sabotage caused by emotional eating is something a lot of people struggle with, but you can absolutely manage this. Feel good about your food choices and feel good about yourself because you aren't self-sabotaging. When Larry Terhurst and Carrie Thompson finished our emotional eating course called What's Eating You, I had to watch it because I had to approve it before we released it to our community. And I couldn't believe, you guys, that I had no idea. I had no idea that I was doing this. And this course, just watching it to approve it, totally changed everything for me. It helped me realize what I was doing and helped me realize how to stop it. It helped me put safeguards in place. I will tell you, once you get the course, do not binge watch the videos. Don't just go right through the videos, bam, 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 because each video has homework assignments that you're gonna wanna do. Take your time, go through the course slowly, or it'll be way too overwhelming and way too emotional for you. And that's what I did. I went through it slowly, and I went through the homework, and it just did so much good for me to identify my triggers, my problems, and how to fix them. I don't emotionally eat anymore. I don't. I have got such a great control over it now, and it's because of What's Eating You. So check out What's Eating You in the link in the video description, and I'll see you on the next video. Me? Really? When I see a client who has completely gone off the rail and when you eat food for your body instead of eat it, when you eat to, again? Oh, let me check my lipstick.